For either yourself or your student to go to Google Classroom, they must first log into their Chromebook or into Google using their school email account. Once logged in, there are different ways to go to Google Classroom. The first way is to go up to the Google Apps icon at the top right of the screen, select it, and scroll down and select Google Classroom. The easier way is simply to open up a new tab and type in classroom.google.com. This will take them to their Google Classroom homepage. Once a student has gone to the Google Classroom homepage, they should be able to see all the classes they are currently enrolled in. If a student needs to join a class, they simply need to click the plus button at the top right of the screen and select Join Class. Teachers will be able to give each student a classroom code that will allow them to join the Google Classroom that teacher has created. As soon as the code is entered, the student is taken immediately to that class. Also, teachers may invite students through email. They simply need to open their email and select Join. Once the student has joined all their classes, they can rearrange their classes by simply clicking on the class and dragging it to the appropriate position. I'd recommend that students order their classes by the order of the hour they have each class. Let's take a closer look at Google Classroom to see everything the student has access to. Once a student opens Google Classroom, they're taken to the Stream page. This shows everything the teacher has posted in the order it was posted in. While helpful to see this, Google Classroom is much better used in the Classwork tab, which is at the top middle of the page. In the Classwork tab, teachers are able to organize all the posts they make by topic. Posts that have no topic appear at the top. We can see here the teachers organized all the projects and assignments for the Agricultural Revolution under that header. If a student wishes to know more about an assignment or needs to view it, they simply need to click the name of the assignment. After they do so, they can see the due date, the date the teacher posted it, and everything they need to complete the assignment. At the top of the page, they have the option also to view work. This shows all the work that they have been assigned to do. On the left are more tabs. They can also go to the Returned tab. Once a teacher has seen the assignment, graded it, and given feedback, it will appear here for the student. Next, we're going to take a look at how a student completes an assignment on Google Classroom. Let's look at an example of an assignment a student has worked on and turned in. You will have to have your student log into Google Classroom to see what they've done. For example, under this hyperdoc, it says turned in. But just because it's turned in doesn't mean the assignment was even done. You have to have them show you the assignment. While you don't need to look at everything, it's pretty easy to have them quickly flip through the assignment, telling you what they've learned. And you can see all the questions do have an answer underneath them, even if some of them are not that detailed or long. Some might be missing. As a teacher, once I grade this, I'd probably tell the student to give me some more detail and try to go back and finish that last question. Let's look at an assignment that has not been completed. This is a simple assignment for a project. The student is supposed to read the project sheet and then do something, but we can see over here, the teacher hasn't given them any work. They're asking the student to do something themselves. To make their own project, the student simply hits Add and can choose from drawings, sheets, slides, or docs if they wish to create something. If they want to do something like a video or maybe something from a different place online, they can always add that as a link. That's perfectly acceptable if that's okay with the teacher. But it should be noticed there is a button here that says mark as done. All a student needs to do is hit this button, mark it as done, and this assignment will be turned in. That doesn't actually mean anything was done. You need to check. Even if you get an email saying the assignment was turned in, it doesn't mean the student has attached any work. Google Classroom gives teachers the ability not only to grade assignments, but leave specific feedback on assignments for students to see. If this is done, students will know because they will automatically receive an email. They can follow the link through the email to view the grade and the comments made. They also can see through Google Classroom. If they look at their assignments, they can see that it has been turned in or it has been graded. They need to view the assignment to see the grade and the feedback. We can see here the grade was a 2 out of 4. The teacher also left a private comment. Students should read this comment. Students also have the ability to send back a comment of their own to the teacher that only the teacher can see. Because this assignment was done through a Google Education app like Docs, Slides, or Sheets, teachers have the ability to add comments on the assignment itself in specific places. We can see from the feedback that the teacher has done this, so it's important the student looks to see what was said. Once they open up the assignment, they can go through the entire thing and see what the teacher said on different parts. See here? There is a comment. If the student hovers over the comment, it highlights the part of the assignment the teacher is talking about. Here the teacher asks the student to give more detail for the answer. Students can click on the comment or to leave a reply. Here we can see more comments. The teacher lets the student know they did an excellent job answering this question. And here the teacher lets them know they forgot a question and asks them if they need help. It's important that students review their comments from the teacher to get the most out of their education. Parents and guardians can be signed up to receive a weekly summary email of their students' activity in Google Classroom. Teachers will have to do this using the email the parents have provided in SysK-12. Once the parent accepts the email invitation, they will receive a weekly summary like this. They can see all the students' missing assignments from all their classes of the week, all the assignments due in all their classes next week, as well as class activity from all the Google Classrooms the student is enrolled in. Other ways of keeping track of your student is by downloading the Google Classroom app in either the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. If you download this to your personal device, you can have your student log in to Google Classroom through the app. Once this happens, you will have access to everything the student sees and receive push notifications for assignments and messages from the teacher.